So I've got 2 fillets here, and I'm just gonna grab one and I'm gonna pop it into my bowl. Now, like with any smoked fish, it's a little bit firm, so all you need to do is kind of snap it and peel off that skin, like easy as anything. We're not gonna eat the skin, we're gonna leave him behind, he's a little bit too fatty. Then I'm just gonna grab 2 forks and kind of break this up a little bit. Now, if you were looking to get a little gadgety with this recipe, you could totally do this in your food processor. That would work beautifully. But the mackerel gives such a nice, beautiful, smoky flavor. Essentially what we're making today is kind of like, you know when you go to a really good bagel shop and they've got the like cream cheese that already has the smoked salmon in it? That's pretty much what we're doing with smoked mackerel, and I'm thrilled about it. All right, that's looking beautiful. Now into there, I'm gonna go in with my cream cheese, because that's kind of the base ingredient to hold everything together. So I've just got 1/3 cup of cream cheese here. I'm using brick style, but anything you got will work. You just wanna make sure if you're using brick style that it's room temperature. Then into there, I'm going in with 1/4 cup of sour cream. The sour cream's gonna lighten things up a little bit, make it so if you want, you could dip, but you could also spread. So 1/4 cup of sour cream's going right on in. Let's be honest, I'm gonna go in with more than that because I like sour cream. That's how I do things on the good stuff. All my measurements are like vibes, which is always a good thing. All right, now into there for a little bit of punchy flavor. I'm not adding vinegar, but I'm adding something vinegary. So for that, I'm going in with some Dijon mustard. So a teaspoon, we love a Dijon, teaspoon of smooth Dijon, and then for a little bit of texture, I'm also going in with a teaspoon of grainy Dijon. Now, if you had stone ground, I'd use 2 teaspoons of that. That'd be beautiful. And then I personally love a little bit of spice. So I'm going in with a teaspoon of horseradish, just prepared horseradish. Again, something a little bit vinegary, just in honor of my bud, Captain Perry, out at Tranquility Cove. What a delight. Now I'm just gonna kind of beat this up just until it comes together. Now at this point, you're gonna be like, Mary, this looks weird. And you know what? It does, but it is delicious. But you wanna break it up so that fish gets nice and kind of mushed into there. Yes, the term is mush. That's what we're gonna call it. But just get that beaten until it's all together. Then we're gonna go in to brighten this up, because right now these flavors are very kind of like here. We've got smoked fish, we've got mustard, we've got dairy. So we wanna lighten this up a little bit. So for that, I'm going in with about 2 tablespoons of some freshly chopped parsley. If you don't have parsley, if you've still got some chives growing in your garden, chuck a couple chives in there, that would be beautiful. But the bright green flavor of parsley is an absolute dream. You can chop it as finely or as not finely as you want. And again, with that sour cream, like with that, measure with your heart when it comes to herbs, so I'm going in with a bunch. Beautiful, beautiful. Then to lighten this up again, I'm going in with some lemon zest and lemon juice. Now, if you want to, you can do a whole lemon, you could do half lemon. Honestly, whatever tastes good to you. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of zest and a little bit of juice because I love that smoky flavor of that mackerel. Pop that in. Chop off the side of that lemon. Oh my, this is the seediest stink. This is... You know when you get a lemon like that and you're like, ugh. I just bought mainly seeds. Okay, add in the juice there. Season that up with a little bit of salt, little bit of pepper as well. And if you wanted to here, you could add in some more flavoring. If you wanted an extra smoky flavor, go in with a little bit of smoked paprika, that would be beautiful. I'm gonna give that a bit of a mix just to combine. And then we still have that one other mackerel fillet here. Now, if you wanted to serve this as is, this would be smoky enough, but I'm really celebrating that little fish. So we're gonna use the other half as well. So I'm gonna pop in just a bit, and I want this to stay chunky. So just remove some from that skin, and then just kind of flake it with your hands. That's gonna give you little flecks. It's gonna give you more texture, which is a dream. Again, if you're using smoked salmon, hot smoked salmon is the best, but if all you have is cold smoked salmon, that'll work fine too. It'll just be a little bit of a different texture. I also find cold smoked salmon doesn't really taste smoked. I don't like that. I like a hot smoked salmon. I like that flavor. All right, that's looking beautiful. Give that a mix. And to me, this looks like a dream. Smear that on a bagel. Oh my gosh, get out of here. But what I wanna do just to up the presentation factor is I'm gonna transfer this into a bowl. Now, if you're typically making real rillette with pork, typically what you do is you pop it into the fridge and the fat kind of forms a little bit of a lid on top of that beautiful mixture. Now, I do not have that. So what I'm gonna do is get a little bit of butter, because that never hurt anybody. I melted it over here, a couple tablespoons, and I'm just gonna pour that right over top. It's gonna give you a little cap of butter. See, we know how to do things here on The Good Stuff. A little bit of parsley right on top, just for green, of course. And then I'm gonna pop that in the fridge for just about a half an hour to firm up. You can pop it into the fridge for a few days as well. What I want you to do is open up that sleeve of saltines and pop them onto a sheet pan. Just pop them down and you're good to go. You can do this with a whole sleeve of saltines. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little bit of butter. Always a good thing. You want about 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter for that whole sleeve, and you're just gonna kind of dab it on top. You can also drizzle it if you're feeling it. But what this is gonna do is it's gonna turn this humble little cracker into kind of like a butter cracker, if you know what I'm talking about. It gives you so much flavor, it gives you a ton of golden brown color, but it also gives you something to stick to. So if you want to, you could do these with a little bit of garlic and Parmesan cheese. You could put on some Italian seasoning, a little bit of smoked paprika for some smokiness, or you can do what I'm gonna do. So I have here a little bit of seafood seasoning. Now this isn't any just plain seafood seasoning. This is from the Blue Mussel Cafe in PEI. I brought this home just for me. It is so tasty. And just so I remembered what was in it, I wrote a list of all of the ingredients that are going on here. We've got dill, salt, celery seed, fennel, mustard, chili pepper, bay leaf, sugar, paprika, cloves, allspice, cinnamon, cardamom, ginger. We got it all. So this on here is gonna give a really nice flavor and just bring that kind of flavor of PEI home, which is a dream. So we're gonna sprinkle that right on top, just a little pinch because this is punchy stuff. And we're gonna bake that off in the oven. Again, if you don't have Blue Mussel Cafe seafood seasoning, you can use another seafood seasoning or again, garlic powder, totally dreamy. So I'm gonna pop those into a 400-degree oven, nice and hot. And basically all we're looking to do is to toast these crackers. So you wanna pop those in for just about, I'd say 5 to 8 minutes. Keep your eye on them though, because they go golden brown quickly. Now, you remember what a saltine looks like? This is what a butter-baked saltine looks like. Golden brown, crunchy, like absolutely out of control. So I'm gonna transfer these just onto a nice little platter. I have to give a shout out to our culinary team because this crudité platter is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. They asked me the other week, they were like, what do you want on there? And they gave me everything I asked for. Oh, what a dream. So we're gonna pop those down. These are super tasty. They're extra crispy and crunchy. And we're gonna go grab that rillette from the fridge. As I said, we popped it in for about half an hour. To be honest, if you didn't want to wait, you could leave that butter cap off and you'll be good to go. But when you add that butter cap, it looks fancy, right? It's got a beautiful little cap of butter on there. Pop that onto a crudité platter with those beautiful saltines. And then what you wanna do is just crack through that layer of butter. Again, this on your holiday morning spread with some bagels. You've got that beautiful smoked mackerel. Spread a little bit on there. Don't forget that little cap of butter. I am arguably too excited about this. Let's give it a go. Oh my gosh. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of The Good Stuff.